offering of online courses across the nation. Now, if institutions want to build these offerings and also maintain academic integrity, then proper training of online instructors is kind of crucial. With restraints that exist right now, such as scheduling issues and cost becoming greater factors in faculty development, a potential solution to the problem is what we call a self-paced course for online instructors. This course that I created is developed based on the premises of the Rode and Krishnamurthy article of 2016 titled "Preparing Faculty to Teach Online: Recommendations for Developing Self-Paced Training." This article asked that a self-paced course be created for new and existing online instructors in order to foster the education needed for those instructors. In addition, it allows for timing to no longer be an issue and for cost to no longer be an issue, seeing as the course is created at one time, may be tweaked and adjusted as you go, but in a general sense it is complete once done and can be administered without any additional cost. Now, this particular article highlights a total of 6 modules of learning. Those modules were readjusted and formatted to fit what we felt, or what I felt in our school, was most vitally needed. While this particular article based their significance of areas of need off of the needs of Northern Illinois University, our needs are a little different. For example, those that tend to teach online at this school have never taught online before. So we have very green instructors when it comes to e-learning and distance education. So I wanted to take a minute to show you my course and give you an overview of how it works and what we're looking for and hope to achieve once it is fully administered. So if you look here on the front page, we have the opening to the course. Again, it's a self-paced course based on distance learning, and I wanted to make it as simple as possible, so the course structure is laid out in a very simplistic manner. However, I wanted to make sure that it was valuable not only to those that are brand new to online education, but also those that are existing online instructors, some of which may have been teaching online for 5, 6, 7, even 10 years. So that's why I decided to do things a little differently for this course than maybe some other self-paced courses. But let's explore a little bit. Once you get into the course, the first thing that you would want to head to is the About This Course section. Any faculty or group that would like to create a course could use this theoretically as a shell or as a template for their school and adjust as needed, similar to how I adjusted based on the article that was available to me that I thought really worked for our particular school. So an inclusion of a video-based orientation would go right at the top, and I would use this to show the faculty members how to navigate through the course and what opportunities there are. Then I offer a syllabus here, and within the syllabus I tried to make it as simple as possible by providing general course information for the course developer, the structure of the course and where it's housed, a description of the course, which is a self-paced course created to offer faculty resources and strategy for creating and enhancing online courses at Southwestern Illinois College, which is where I work. Faculty should expect to explore various aspects of online education and course creation, including online teaching and learning, course design and delivery, technology and tools, and communication in their online courses. I provided a list of objectives, including exploring history, theory, and current research in online education, developing course material created through research, becoming familiar with various forms of technology or course tools for the development of the courses, and then determining effective policy and procedure for communication within online courses. I did include a textbook. This could be changed depending upon the needs of the school, but for us already we are kind of walking through this particular textbook, the Online Teaching Survival Guide, Simple and Practical Pedagogical Tips. We use it as a reference, and so I think it would work well for this particular course. Again, I laid out some other syllabus specific information like methods of presentation, which would be videos, activities, articles, and such. And then course tasks, which my goal for the course is to have them complete various course tasks specific to the course that they are going to be teaching in the coming semester. So various tasks and discussions will be presented throughout the course. While this is a self-paced course without a traditional instructor, the tasks and discussions will help faculty develop course material and policy for their individual online courses. They are able to receive a certificate for the course. In terms of faculty development, we often offer certificates of completion, and sometimes we do pay for you to complete certain activities as an adjunct or as a full-time employee. So using this as one of those opportunities, I think, would be encouraging to get a lot of faculty members to participate. It may even become a requirement based on some of our committee procedures. We have discussed the possibility of requiring our new faculty members, new online faculty members, to take a course such as this and then to be consistently trained on pedagogical ideas. So that's the course tasks. I've also provided a simple course outline. This is again a self-paced course, and depending upon the needs of the instructor, things will be different in terms of timing. I did give a range of what I thought would be necessary for somebody who is brand new to somebody who is familiar, and then I made a note about the fact that there may be some that are completely familiar with this stuff and won't take even 9 weeks to do. But typically we look at this as a semester-long process. So that is the syllabus for the course. If you go back to the course, you can kind of see some of the other tools that I have available in the About This Course section. For example, I provided them access to the book and then access to myself if they had any questions. Now what I wanted to show real quick was the difference between this course and maybe a traditional self-paced course. Underneath content, that is where the instructors will first enter after they explore the course and watch the orientation. They'll see two folders. One folder is specifically to take the course, the self-paced course. The other folder is resources only. So these are only things that you can get basic answers for. However, much of the content here is also available in the Take This Course section. So we'll start with the resources, and I can kind of show you how it works, and then you'll see how it translates over to the course. So the resources section, when you click on it, there is a video, and I'll show you real quick how the video works, that allows you to see what is available in the resource tab. So here is one of the videos I created, and I'll play a small portion of it. Welcome to the Resources tab. This folder provides you with categories of information that also have, so there you have it. It will give them an overview of how to use the Resources tab. And basically what it is saying is that there are 4 sections, and as you saw earlier in the schedule, these sections are laid out by modules in the course. So it's online teaching and learning, where they will be able to explore questions that are put into an FAQ sort of setup. So it's frequently asked questions about online teaching and learning. So they will explore things such as, are there benefits to online learning? What are the historical, theoretical, and philosophical underpinnings of online education? And what is my role as an educator in online courses? For course design and delivery, that is the second set of FAQs, and that is specific to different types of delivery and design for the course. So they're going to look at questions like blended, flipped, hybrid, or online. What's the difference? What are some of the key components in an online course, and how do I organize them? And then what are some of the best ways to keep students on task? And then next would be technology and tools, where they'll explore how I make my lecture material come alive, so video use and other tools. What types of assessment tools are available and how do I make them work for my class? What are some ways to make group work possible in online courses? And then how do I do this stuff on Blackboard? So those are the questions addressed in technology and tools. And then the questions for the last one is communication-based questions. So what is the difference between synchronous and asynchronous, and which is better? How do I get my students to read my announcements? And is social media useful in online education? So those are the topics that are addressed in the resource section, and they are also the modules for the course, the self-paced course. So I'll show you kind of how one of them looks, and the rest are similar in structure. But let's look at online teaching and learning. If you look at it, each one is divided by that frequently asked question, and then I provided an overview of what is within that folder. So this is that first question: are there benefits to online learning? And within this folder you'll see a TED Talk, another video, or excuse me, 3 popular press articles on online benefits. And then the same process is laid out by each of the questions. So if you go into are there benefits of online learning, you'll be able to watch the video, and there's a description and overview of what its importance is, then the links to each of the articles. And then the same process works for each one. When you go into the historical and theoretical underpinnings, you can watch a video, you can read articles where I've given a summary of the article, and then explore that material. And our last one here is what is my role as an educator? There's another video that they can watch. They can read these articles specific to the topic, and they can do a self-test about what type of professor they are. I thought that was just kind of for fun and interesting. It gives you a different perspective of yourself. And then what do our students think? A look at the popular Rate My Professor website, which some teachers explore regularly and some not at all. So that's sort of how the resource tab works. They each sort of look a little different based on where you explore. For example, this course design and delivery has some websites that you can go look at that are specific to SWIC, but most of them have journal articles, popular press articles, tools that can be used, and such. For example, right here, what are some of the key components in an online course and how do I organize them? That not only has some of those components based on websites, but also the Quality Matters rubric, an overview of the template of Quality Matters, some Blackboard course structures, and then again some journal articles. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the Resources Only tab. I thought that would be a good place for those instructors that are pretty familiar with Blackboard and have taught online for a long time and are just looking for more pedagogical thoughts and practices, and maybe aren't creating a course from scratch. Now, however, if they do want to take the course, to actually get in and take the course, that's where you enter through this folder. So again, these are for the instructors that are familiar, these are for the brand new people. So they click on that and they will watch a video very similar to the resource video that explores how to navigate the course itself. And once they get into the course, that's this one right here, the modules, then you'll see what looks very familiar, the same titles as the references or the resource tab. So module 1 would be online teaching and learning, and it should take someone typically around 2 to 3 weeks to complete. Module 2, course design and delivery, should take 3 to 6 weeks. Module 3, technology and tools, should take 3 to 6 weeks, and then communication takes 1 to 2 weeks. So they would explore these in order as they go, and the video back underneath Take the Course, this one explains all of that. So once you get into the module, you start with module 1, and within module 1 you'll see the 3 topics that are addressed in that module. So you start obviously with topic 1, and you click on that topic, and there's an agenda for that particular group of material, that particular topic. It has objectives. For example, this one says discover ways in which online education is being used, explore popular press articles professing the benefits of online education, and express a stance on the benefits and drawbacks of online education. Then I have provided content to read and watch. So for example, I asked that they provide or read the text, chapter 1. There's some videos and popular press articles to watch, and then a task to complete would be a discussion for this week. So within this one, this has a overview of that same video, the TED Talk by Daphne Kohler, and then the other articles that were in the reference or the resource tab. And then there's a discussion board that they can access where they can discuss the benefits and drawbacks of online learning. So I've asked them to answer a question much like a student would. And there's benefit to that because not only are they getting material, not only are instructors having access to material that'll help them to grow their course, but also to feel like a student so that they sort of know what it feels like to be a student in an online course. So that's how the topics are set up. Most of them are very similar in that they have general objectives, content to read and watch, and then tasks to complete. And a lot of times there's a discussion as a task, but however, there are some times where the discussion is not the only task. So for example, on topic 3, not only do we have readings, but we have some personal course tasks, which is what I mentioned when I was discussing the syllabus for the course. This gives sort of an overview of how the course is to be created, your course, the individual course is to be created. And each task should be a step down the road to the creation of the online course. So for example, on this particular module or in this particular topic, they are not only going to participate in an unmonitored discussion where they can read each other's posts and sort of see how other perspectives are gauged on this topic, but then they'll complete these course tasks. So for example, the first task is to request a course shell for the class that they want to create. So obviously they need to have a shell in order to create the course. And then their next task is to create an instructor profile and online teaching philosophy. And so if you scroll down after all of the content in which you saw in the resources tab, here is the link to the discussion board and then the contact information for our go-to person for course shells, and then also an overview of how to do an instructor profile and philosophy, as well as a video that will be available. And so again, this can be used as a template. You don't have to have these particular items in each of the modules, just the general overview of how the modules would work. These will work well for our school, but again, not every school is the same. So that's sort of how each of the modules work. If you look at the rest of them, they kind of work the same way. Again, 3 topics, they each address the questions, they all have the objectives, all of the content for that week, and then any assignments, quote assignments, or material that they're going to use for that week. And as you go through all of them, you will see that there are some in which there is a personal course task, and maybe more than one of those personal course tasks, which you slide down and there's how to do certain things and instructions for each of those tasks. So hopefully that gives a good overview of the content for the course. Here in a second, after I conclude, I'm going to navigate quietly through the course so that you can sort of see what each topic has available at this point. Again, it can be used as a rough pattern. The modules that were available in the Rode and Krishnamurthy article from 2016 have 6 different modules, whereas I have 4 because I combined some of them and I wanted to make it as streamlined as possible for our really green instructors. So it's different depending upon the needs of the institution. But you can navigate this and create this however you want for your own institution and see what works for you. So thank you very much for listening. Right now I am going to spend a little bit of time just visually walking through the course. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to contact myself, Kristen Ruppert-Leach at Southwestern Illinois College. Thanks so much.